That was a good first day. It's a lot of teaching right now. You know, it's a lot of similar stuff. A few things, you know, a few different coverage, different names, and everything. But we still got a lot to go through. But it was a good first day.
Talk about what you like to bring to this team. Obviously, you know, they lost a great two-way player in LeBron, but bringing you in, which is also a pretty good two-way player. Just talk about that whole dynamic of being here now.
Yeah, just you know, bring a lot of energy and just playing hard. You know, it's just the team makeup. You know, we got guys that play really hard, and you know, it really fits my character to just come in and play both ends of the floor. You know, my main thing is just always play as hard as I can, and you know, and the rest will take care of itself.
You guys got into the competitive part of practice. How easily was it to mesh into the fact that you're with these guys, not against these guys?
Nah, I mean, nah, it's fun, man. It's fun. I think anyone would tell you you know, once you start playing, and you know, it's this you just forget. You know, the guys that you're on the floor with, that's the guys you play with, that's the guys you compete with. And even though it's a lot of teaching going on, it was pretty competitive for first day.
Did you expect that it was going to be that much defense?
It was great intensity. You know, the first day we got a lot of new guys. You know, coach found a perfect combination of working hard but also teaching. So it was a good day, man. Very competitive.
Speaking of new guys, just talk about some guys that you guys had, you know, history with in the past, like the Luol Deng, the Danny Grangers, the Mick Roberts. Now having to go against him, how was that, you know, for the first time?
Yeah, the past history don't even matter no more. We were officially teammates today, so you know, it was great to have them in practice and you know, getting a chance to you know get a feel for you know what you're used to guarding, but now playing with it. So I think they're going to be a great addition to our team. And you know, we're still very excited to have a man to be a part of.
No long stare downs, you know, first time like, oh, that's you.
No, we all got this across our chest. It's all say Miami Heat. You know what I mean? And you know, our job is to come in here, man, as much as we can to try to fast track every day. You know, obviously, you know, there's teams out there that's been playing together a lot longer than us. We got a lot of new guys. We got 13 new guys in here today. So you know, we got a lot of work to do.
The way you reinvented yourself so many times on this team, from when you came in as a point guard to 2006 scoring leader to stepping aside for LeBron. How hard is it to keep reinventing yourself, and especially now to sort of have to go back up maybe to where you previously were?
I don't know. I mean, you know, it's something that it's a challenge. You know, once you get into a comfort zone, and then they say, okay, you got to switch. But that's just being an ultimate, you know, teammate. You know, and doing whatever you can to help your team win. So, you know, I have a different role now, and you know, I have to step into that role. So it's an adjustment period always. You know, whenever you got to do something. But you know, I've done it all. You know, so it ain't really nothing new. You know, to me, I just have to get back comfortable with whatever that is.
You have every reason to be comfortable. 3 rings. You have your family. You're married. Your new life is starting. No matter what happens from now, your legacy is settled. So to an outsider, what do you say about how can Dwyane Wade not be comfortable? What drives Dwyane Wade now?
Well, I mean, you know, just have an opportunity to play this game still. You know, I know so many guys that would love to be in this position that I'm in. So many, you know, I understand how, you know, it could be taken away from you at any moment. So just, you know, respecting the game. You know, it's been so kind and great to me, and so many others are just coming in and trying to be the best me I can be until I can't be it no more. So just driven by the game.
Last year you missed a third of the regular season. A lot of that by design, the one injury late in the season. Do you sort of appreciate that you have to be around a lot more this year, and do you feel comfortable at your age, you know, and where your body stands, that you can play significantly more during the season?
I mean, the biggest thing is that I want to be. You know, last year we tried something, and I wasn't comfortable with it either.
Okay.
So, you know, it almost worked. We was this close. We was 3 games away from it working. But, you know, it's a different year. And, you know, last year doesn't matter, you know, from that standpoint. So, you know, my goal, you know, is to be here, to be available every day. You know, for my teammates, and you know, and see what that, you know, see what that equals out to. Hopefully, it equals out to success for myself individually, but for our team.
Can you talk about what Luol Deng brings to this team, you know, him being such a terrific two-way player?
Yeah, that's exactly that, man. He's a great two-way player. He brings stability to this team. You know, defensively, you know, he shows you don't have to be the quickest guy, you don't have to be the most athletic guy, but you know, he's come from a great system in Chicago, especially with Tibbs the last few years, and he's a great system defender, real big guy. You know, I don't think people really understand how big he is, and offensively he's stable, man. He can hit the outside shot. He does a great job of cutting behind the defense, so he mixes it in very well.
I mean, it was fun, man. first day of training camp is always exciting. Everybody ready to go. You've been working with us all summer. I mean, we went hard, and it's fun to play with some of the guys I played against for so many years.
With any long stares, like in UD and Birdman, they were kind of the enforcers. Like, oh, that's Danny.
No, we all enforcers for each other. Not, I'm glad to play playing with them guys. Like I said, I've been on the other side of the fence so many times, and to have them on your side is something special.
And how are you going to acclimate to the whole Miami Heat philosophy of things now?
It's been a process, and I think I'm adapting well. I've noticed it's kind of a family organization here, and they have a lot of loyalty here and a lot of pride. It's a championship organization, so a lot of us new guys, we're trying to take on that persona.
Obviously, being a former All-Star, what is it going to take for Danny Granger to get back to where he was, and
being healthy. That's all it is. Just being healthy. I'm only 31. And when I get, to the point where I'm healthy, legs, knees strong, I'll be back.
And talk about what Luol Deng brings to this team. It seems like he's very versatile.
Oh yeah, it's funny. I know Luol's game so well, playing against him in Chicago so many years. He's just an all-around player. He's gonna do everything. He's gonna play defense. He's gonna rebound. He's gonna score. He's gonna pack cut you. He does all the dirty work. He's one of the best small forwards in this league.
Danny, Eric said the plan was for you to only go through about 70% of the practice day, but they kind of lost track, and you ended up doing all of it?
I did all of it. Yeah, I did all of it. I did everything. I feel pretty good, honestly. Sometimes you just got to go out there and just do it. I hadn't had no full action for a while, and but I've been working up to it and doing a lot of my workouts at full speed, and I felt fine. I got through the whole thing. I thought we had more after we was done the last segment. I was ready to go for more, so it was encouraging.
You said yesterday that they're going to be cautious with you or careful with your health, not to burn you out.
Right.
Have you been in that situation before? Have you had to deal with those kind of restraints?
I haven't, but I've never been in a situation where I've coming off the injury that I had on my knee. So. That's a program the Heat are familiar with. That's what they've done with a lot of other players, to manage their bodies, especially coming off injuries when they're dealing with problems. So it's one of those things that, I communicate with Spo. I tell him, because he knows I'm going to go as hard as I can go, and if it comes to the point I'm like, okay, I need a break, I need a day off or whatever, I'll tell him that. But until that point, I'm just going to keep playing.
You think it'll be difficult for you to accept that?
No.
And admit that you're going to have to
No, not at all.
put in some safeguards?
No, not at all. I didn't talk to D-Wade about it. And,
he said he hated it.
Yeah, you hate it, but it's the reality of the situation. Is the alternative is you being injured, and I was injured for a whole year, and I don't want to do that again. I'll sit out a couple of days rather than be injured. And I, once I get fully healthy, and fully strong, I better play all the games.
It was good. It was real tough, man. It was definitely tough. Everybody came to compete. I was what I expected, which was just gridiron basketball.
What is the #1 difference
from college to basketball? This is a whole nother level. Guys can do the same thing you can do, but they're much smarter. And today was a good testament of it. Guys were out there hustling, going hard, and guys are much longer. So a lot of things that I've done in college, you got to find other ways to get the ball to an open man.
You said it was what you expected. Was it as much as you expected from an information standpoint as well?
Yeah, it was a lot of information. But luckily I was here for about 3 to 4 weeks. I'm earlier, and they was feeding me all that information. So I kind of jumped right in and understood a little bit, but it was still more information that I need to know. Just being a sponge.
We knew you were having issues with the bigger basketball. Are you getting more acclimated now to the bigger NBA basketball?
It wasn't so much. It was just my feel for the game. And I've been here, like I said, for 3 to 4 weeks, and my feel for the game is getting much better. And just it's just repetition.
And talk about Eric Spoelstra, practice, especially defense focused.
Yeah, today was a lot about defense. No, defense was championships. When they won championships here, they I believe top 5 in defense. So that's what we want to be at. You got to be a good defensive team, because offensively, you're going to get your points. We got good guards, we got good players. Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, UD, them guys, Chalmers. So you're going to get points. It's how can you stop other people from getting points?
Obviously, being a rookie, there's always a voyage of passage. Have you faced any rookie hazing or anything like that?
Oh, not yet. Just get a couple towels here and there for the guys, but not yet. Just getting into it.
No nicknames like Rook, nothing. Just.
Oh no, I mean, of course the Rook. That's a given. That's a given. I don't even call that hazing. That's just kind of a given, and that's a good passageway, because it's just it's important for guys to understand who you are. Just because they call me Rook doesn't mean they don't know who I am. They understand who I am, and I think that's a good passageway to be called Rook.
Because Coach Spoelstra is a point guard, I've noticed over the years he has a special focus on point guard. What's that dynamic been like for you?
Oh, it's been good. Chalmers and Cole has been, I've been being a sponge. I've been under them trying to figure out anything I can. And Coach Spo has been right there. He's been, teaching us along the way. And then, like I said, I've been here 3-4 weeks. So, when Coach was in his office, I've been in his office before, so we spoke and just, trying to figure out what can I do to help the team.
How are you approaching being a rookie but having to be a leader because you are a point guard?
Just trying to say certain things at my time. It's hard, it's difficult. I come from a role where I was the leader on the team, and you as a point guard, you never leave that leader role, but you find ways to pinpoint and say something. And whether it be on defense, like, come on guys, get one more stop. You don't want to say too much because at the end of the day, it's something new to you. I'm just, like I said, I'm just being a sponge, and whenever I can say, come on guys, let's get a stop, I'm gonna say.
For me personally, it seems like we've never left. We just have new guys. We're just picking up where we left off. Of course, there's a big-time teaching period that we have to have, but for the most part, it was a great practice, a competitive practice, and my team won, and that's all that matters.
Speaking of all the new guys, talk about some guys that you guys had some history with, like Roberts and Granger, now being teammates with you guys. How was that for the first time?
Well, first and foremost, they're very talented team-first guys. They're great locker room guys, and I think the body of work that they've had in this league speaks for itself. I'm glad they're on our team. I think they can really help us in a lot of ways, and we just have to continue to really try and build the chemistry, and that's going to take time. But I like what we have so far. I like where our team is headed. We have a bunch of guys that want to work hard, and we build from there.
Although you guys lost a great 2-8.
Some people took it as a referendum from LeBron that you left because there was concern about where Dwayne might be. Obviously, you committed to this team long term with Dwayne here. What's your thoughts on where Dwayne stands? Are people maybe writing him off too early? Do you see a hungry player sort of eager to prove that, hey, I'm not going anywhere?
Well, yeah, of course. It's the good fight we have to fight every year, especially Dwayne.
Right.
People always try to bury him, but I think that's good motivation for him to continue to raise the bar for himself. Everybody's concerned about Dwayne. I mean, the fact still remains he was a starting guard for an Eastern Conference champion team. I think if that was anybody else, people would be chomping at the bit to get him on their team and to play with him. And we've all known what Dwayne's gone through. Since '06, he's been a champion, and he knows what he's doing. He knows how to really come in and work every day, and that's what it's about. I don't want him to get comfortable. I don't want people to praise him too much. I don't want people to praise us. I want people to really criticize us. That way we can continue to work and really strive for more.
In your role now as option one for the first time in 5 years someplace, how much have you already noticed a day-to-day change in what you're going to have to do and what you're going to be asked to do?
I mean, it's really the same for me. I just want to be more vocal. I want to go to guys and make sure I'm talking a little more. Before I was kind of more reserved, more quiet, because I could do that. I think now I'm in a situation where I have to help out a lot of guys, cater to the system. We have to really help each other out, just getting to where we want to go. If guys want to know where to go in town or how this works or when to talk to coach, I have to play that role and I have to do a better job at it. So it's going to be a work in progress for me, but other than that, I mean, the offense is going to take care of itself. I just have to make sure I stay ready and put in the work.
But even in year 6 and year 7 in Toronto, you were still a young guy. How much is this a first time in that role period for you, or is it kind of a continuation of what you did up there?
Well, I mean, before I was still trying to figure myself out. As a man, I was still trying to I didn't even know what I liked and I didn't like back then. So how could I come in the locker room and put guys on my back and tell them how to do things? I think now just going through what we've gone through in the past 4 years, on and off the court, it's helped me tremendously. I can kind of relate to people a little more, and I can break out of my shell a little faster than normal. So I think for me, that's that's the part where I have to get better at, is really corralling the guys, helping D and UD out in the locker room, and being a voice.
And for all the changes around here, was it somewhat comforting to know that yet another day one of beat camp was 99% about defense?
Of course. I figured that's how it was going to be. I'm surprised we touched the ball today. I'm just happy we did like one offensive drill, you know, but we've got to get back to that. I think we had a little bit of slippage in the past couple years as far as defense being a priority was concerned, and we have to get back to that, and we've really got to get going on the defensive end and really hold our own.
Speaking of defense, can you talk about what Luol Deng brings to defense? A pretty good two-way player.
Oh man, he's one of the best two-way players in the league. I mean, his shooting ability is very underrated. He makes plays. He's a fantastic cutter, and what he does on defense, I mean, he's a great rebounder. He has great size, and he's just got a lot of heart. And I remember so many of those days playing against him and the Bulls. I mean, we've had our huge battles, and I remember the last time we played him, I think he was out, and that was kind of a relief, because he changes a game on his own just with his effort.